The Acura RDX SUV, which is not only versatile, but also fun, is able to execute the ability to possess an infinite number of different alternatives. This is something that the SUV is capable of doing. This can be attributed to the SUV's great degree of adaptability, which is the reason for this consequence. Furthermore, it is not only appealing, useful, and spacious all at the same time, but it also offers a wonderful value over the length of its existence for the duration of its existence by providing a fantastic value over the course of its existence. Due to the fact that it has been around for a very long time, this is the case. Even though we are looking forward to driving this SUV in general, the entertainment system is the key cause for our unhappiness with it. We are not happy with it. We are not content with the way things turned out. It is my expectation that this will be one of the key areas that Acura will focus on improving throughout the period that they are working on the construction of the RDX SUV for the year 2026. The expectations that I have for this are really high. The fact that I am entirely positive of this is a really great accomplishment. Acura has been informed that the RDX SUV, which is anticipated to be available in the year 2026, will be undergoing upgrades to enhance its appeal and functionality. This information has been brought to Acura's attention. There is a good chance that the installation of these upgrades will take place in the not-too-distant future. Acura was made aware of the fact that the material in question was available to anybody who were interested in it. Both our features and our technology are now going through a substantial amount of change, and we are currently in the process of putting these changes into effect. It is anticipated that these modifications will be implemented in the not-too-distant future according to the timeline. Considering that the modifications that are being made are already being made, the process of putting them into effect has already begun. Alterations to the powertrain, a new exterior appearance, and improved interior materials and styles are some of the potential enhancements that could be implemented in the future. Other potential enhancements include a new exterior appearance. These are but a few examples of the possible features that could be included in the product. At some point in the future, there is a large range of potential upgrades that could be applied. These upgrades should be executed. After additional examination, these are only a few instances of the potential changes that could be integrated into the system. The table, which is currently completely full with goods, is currently being arranged in such a way that each and every one of these items is arranged on it. If Acura could find a method to lessen the amount of noise that is produced by the tires, it would be a beautiful thing to happen. If this were to take place, it would be a good thing. If something like this were to take place, it would be generally regarded as a favorable development. Not only do we have strong expectations that Acura will give the technology package for the 2026 RDX SUV some serious attention, but we also have high hopes that they will. This is something that we desire to be true with each and every one of our hearts. To state it in a more succinct manner, this is the wish that we have with the utmost excitement. The center stack is outfitted with a wide number of different settings that can be adjusted to satisfy the preferences of the individual who is making the adjustment. This is in spite of the fact that the electronic gear shifter is not something that everyone is entirely at ease with. In addition, the RDX SUV comes standard with an instrument cluster that is antiquated. This is a standard feature. Previous evaluations have been conducted with the purpose of focusing on this instrument cluster. During earlier evaluations, we have made it abundantly clear that we are displeased with the manner in which the instrument cluster was presented. It is quite likely that Acura will wait until the makeover of the RDX SUV is completely finished before making a decision regarding whether or not to adjust the infotainment system. This is according to the likelihood that Acura will wait. Due to the fact that the decision can have extremely severe repercussions, this is the case. This course of action is being done with the purpose of avoiding the necessity of having to replace the system, which is the requirement that is being avoided. On the other hand, despite the fact that we anticipate big developments to take place in this field in the not-too-distant future, we are currently confronted with the situations that we find ourselves going through at the moment. The Acura system distinguishes apart from the vast majority of contemporary infotainment systems since it does not contain a touchscreen. This is one of the differences that sets it apart from the competition. This is one of the distinctive characteristics that the Acura system possesses. When it comes to the distinctions that can be seen between the two, this is one of the things that stands out the most than the others. This particular divergence is among the most significant of all the distinctions that are available, in addition to the many other distinctions that are available. During the course of our research into comparisons, we found out that the Lexus NX came in second place. Consequently, Acura is possible to make the RDX SUV competitive by making a few upgrades across the car. The 2026 Rolex RDX is now positioned so that it is in the middle of the pack overall when compared to other luxury compact SUVs that are currently available on the market. This is particularly true when compared to the competition. When compared to other premium SUVs that are currently available on the market, this is especially an accurate statement. On the other hand, if for some reason it were to undergo any technical improvements, it would be even more advanced than it is at the moment. It is the case that this is the case, despite the fact that it is already the case. Acura is committed to continuing its long-standing legacy of incorporating fundamental safety elements into the body of the vehicle, and the Acura RDX SUV, which is scheduled to be introduced in the year 2026, is a vehicle that will be adopting this heritage. It has been a very considerable amount of time that has been spent adhering to this practice. It is also recommended that adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow be employed, that headlights be automatically adjusted, that lane assistance be maintained, that blind spots and rear cross traffic be checked, that pedestrians be observed, and that lane assistance be maintained. All of these recommendations are in addition to the fact that lane assistance should be maintained. This entire list of suggestions comes highly recommended. The implementation of each and every one of these things is one of the things that ought to be done as part of the necessary actions. It is essential to keep in mind the inclusion of each of these additional tasks, which is something that ought to be done in accordance with the situation. Although the Acura RDX SUV has been the business's entry-level product for a substantial length of time, the firm is currently in the process of introducing a new automobile to its lineup in the United States. This is happening despite the fact that the RDX SUV has served as the company's entry-level product. In spite of the fact that the RDX SUV has been manufactured for a long amount of time, this conclusion has been reached. Despite the fact that the RDX SUV has always been Acura's entry-level product, the firm is currently being forced to deal with this position that they have found themselves in. The next tiny Acura SUV that they are going to make is going to be an alternative to the RDX SUV. It is going to be less powerful and more compact than the ones that they are now offering, and it is going to be produced by Acura.